So Love Lies and Cherry Pie, um, I think I can't remember exactly when we came up with the title, but I'm pretty sure the book was completely, we were in edits. It was called something else when we announced the deal, and the publisher decided they didn't like it, or something better would work for marketing. So I didn't really have any great ideas. So Love Lies and Cherry Pie was the publisher's idea for that book. So titles really depend. Sometimes I have the title from the very beginning. Sometimes I think of it much later in the process. So it really depends. I often just think of books while I'm writing them by the names of the main characters. But yeah, in that particular book, it was the publisher's idea. And then I actually added more cherry pie to the book after we changed the title. So Love Lies and Cherry Pie is a little bit like a Asian millennial version of Bridget Jones. So the main character, Emily, is a barista and writer, and she's the second of five sisters. And she's the last one who's not married. So her mom is focusing all her efforts on her lack of relationship now that her youngest sister is married. And so she decides, you know what, I'll just pretend to date the guy my mom really wants me to date. So my mom will stop pestering me about it. Which is in no way is a little bit similar to the setup of Not Your Valentine. Um, so then they say they're going on dates, and then they actually start going on fake dates, because her just to make it seem more realistic. And eventually she decides maybe she kind of likes this guy after all. I think lots of different things can work, honestly, in a book. Some writers like to write the same kind of heroes and heroines in most of the books because so readers, I mean, some readers have that kind of preference. So if you like a certain type of hero and that this author always writes a kind of hero, then that's something you can count on. In part because I am somewhat prolific, I like to write a wide variety of different main characters. And honestly, I think lots of different things can work. In this book, Mark is sort of the conscientious, serious, buttoned up hero, and that is one kind of hero that I like to write. And then he's sort of the opposite of Emily, who is has a much more chaotic life. Yeah, so when opposites attract, I think often the banter is one of the things that is appealing. Um, yeah, I think banter can work really well when the characters are so different to start with. Um, Whether they're enemies, or maybe not enemies, but they just sort of bounce off each other the way they see the world in completely different ways.